to get this to work. I'm used to using a wider bucket, but the hardness of the ground here, we may not be able to use the wider bucket anyway. Wider bucket, if you can use it, it's faster because you're digging out more soil at a time, but it's okay. Each swale will sort of redirect an overflow that'll go into the next one, go into the next one, go into the next one. And then right down the bottom corner, we'll create a big massive basin that I said if everything goes well in a few decades would be a wetland. Or just, a grove of trees and plants that when it does rain, happy to hold the water and be that filtration zone. That's basically what we're doing. In the practical sense, one person on the machine, it's good to have other people doing stuff like move that hose out of the way, and then the laser level will mark out every 8 to 10 feet or whatever a little painted dot. We'll determine where we want to start and finish, and then wherever the laser level reads the same level in that increment of distance, a little bit of paint, so there's just this dotted line, and then the machine can just join the dots. And then as the machine goes past, we're also checking the swale itself, so that if we need a bit more dug out or whatever. You can also have shovels. There's a bit of hand digging that's going to happen as well. So like where we think a pipe's going through, we'll try and hand dig and find the pipe. Or if we're going over a fence, I'll go up to the fence, but there's probably a bit of hand digging just to get under the fence or whatever. I figured we'd just start at the top and make our way down. So one idea is to have water that overflows from the other side of the driveway, can come across the driveway. We could create a subtle ditch. Have you observed water coming through there that you would?
Oh yeah.
So up and down is the shoulder, and then left and right is making the bucket do that. This button up here does this thumb. We're not going to need that today, but if you were like grabbing something, you could use that. This is for forward and like using the tracks. Then this blade, this thing here lifts it up and down. And look, I'm not the fastest, I'm not the best, because I'm not on there's people that all day, every day, they're on these machines, and they're just like, it's like an extension of their body, like they're just, but use them enough to be fast enough, competent enough where, we can do some good things, but it's just that practice. You can tip them if we're on the side of that hill and we did the wrong thing. They're pretty bottom heavy, they're pretty forgiving, you can do some pretty amazing things, but understanding like when to use the blade to hold your weight, when, not so much in this bucket, when you got a bigger bucket and you got like weight in it, if you go and hold it out the side, then gets me a bit nervous is, not knowing where pipes are in the ground and things like that. So let me move this machine out of the way and we can take some chute levels from that entry point right across. I think we just create a series of these little basins that can link in with each other. What I'm going to do is direct water to there. So we don't really want water sitting in the swale across your driveway. So we're actually going to make this slightly have a pitch. If we sort of start where Phil is standing and just pretty much cut a straight line over to that that first dot, we should get a little bit of a fall, and we can check that with the staff. As the reader goes up the staff, you're actually going down on the ground because it takes more staff underneath it to reach the ground. So it's sort of a reverse thing. Because the teeth don't let me do a smooth thing, which is why I wanted a finishing bucket. I'll scratch it, but we may have to just do a hand shovel to smooth it out. So.
Through the line. It's all right. And that line is going to take that water directly to the basin.
Check how flat these basins are, and even just getting shovels and just like what we want the base of them to be nice and level so that when water sits there, it's not just sitting on one side of it or...
So this is going to be a series of pools almost?
Yeah. The idea being it would flow from one to the other to the other.
Yep.
We might have to build up that wall there a bit.
The backfill as a perimeter wall?
Yeah, well instead of taking out that, what is it, a Mexican grass tree or whatever it is?
Yucca.
A yucca?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just we can save the rosemary, the yucca, so I'm trying to work around them.
Why would we take out that perfectly good plant?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep digging if you guys just want to play
up.
around and adjust that.
Swales to basins. Let's see this diversion swale. Flows into the first basin. Then it'll overflow into the second basin and into the third basin. Chris is molding it to liquid. Now Grant is making a little roadside basin overflow back into the street. This third basin will overflow back into the driveway and then get intercepted down there.